Can't wait to see what we're going to get on this one.
Ooh, and that sound means we are underway.
Alrighty. Red mail is for cowards. And we are not getting a sword start, so let's see what we get.
All right. Ether Medallion might come into play at some point. We do not know yet, but always nice to have those medallions sooner rather than later, I think.
Yep. You know, something I would like to see in a future version, if possible, have the medallions be a starting item, so, like, for weaponry, but then you'd have to have, like, if you can guarantee a weapon at the Sanctuary chest, so you have, like, unlimited magic use. Oh!
Cane of Samaria.
Samaria! Okay. Alright. Not a fire rod, but that'll do. It's red.
And a bee in a bottle there. Okay, so we'll be able to check the sick kid when we get over to Kakariko, kind of in the first pass, which will be kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have to see if it's a golden base, if they can get a free 100 rupees from the bottle vendor.
That's one of those tricks you don't see too often, but I mean, if you're short on cash, then good idea, go for it.
Yeah, I would always do it, because that way it's like, oh, I don't have bombs, but I have 50 rupees, so I'll sell the bee, get the bottle, get the item from the vendor, and then go buy bombs.
Yeah. So we see Chauncey taking a little bit of time to kill a couple extra enemies there, looking for the bomb drop. We're hoping to find a bomb before we get to the back part of Escape so that our runners can open up the bombable wall in the back part there to pick up 3 more items.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All the enemies in the game are set under certain groupings where every time you kill an enemy, with the exception of a dash strike, will increment a counter, just kind of like Zelda 1. And the group of enemies will drop specific items at certain kill intervals. And like I said, we're just hunting for the bomb. With Randomizer, that part is randomized, so we don't know when it will happen. However, we are seeing the big 20 drops, so...
That's always nice because early on you never know how much money you're going to be able to track down in the first few chests in Kakariko for the bottle vendor, as we were talking about, or if you need to buy more bombs. So any 20s you pick up kind of early on are worthwhile.
Oh, there we go. We got a bomb. We got our 1 bomb.
Nice. So we find the Fisher Price shield there in the Zelda Cell chest. Ooh, something looks like we might have had a little bit of an issue, technical issue with Hyo there.
Oh boy, that's not good. Oh no.
Yikes. That is really unfortunate.
Well, on the plus side, he knows what chests have what. So
yeah.
He'll skip a few of them. I think he can come back from this.
I mean, a 3-minute time loss is, you know, unfortunate, but it's not insurmountable by any means. This is the beginning of a run here, so anything can happen from here on out.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Chauncey making his way into the back part of Escape here. Has the bomb, so that is great. Probably won't need to farm anymore at this point.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this must be a key, unfortunately, for Chauncey, as we are in the standard state. So we have 4 chests remaining. I believe we are still hunting for a map, so...
Yep. So yeah, 3 items still on the table at this point. Be interesting to see if we get any progression items in this first part. It might kind of lead to a little bit of divergence from our runners.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, whenever I've had that happen, it's happened. It's like, oh, hey, let's put the glove in there, which is the only way to get into Dark World. It's like, oh, great.
Mm.
And blue cane. So we got our cane assortment package. But not much else.
No.
Still 1 item remaining with the sanctuary chest. Wow, that is a very good bomb drop right there by that rat.
Yeah, that'll be enough to get through all of the bombable walls in Kakariko.
Wow. Yep, escape is a bust. Wow. Alright, which way is Chauncey gonna go? Is he gonna go straight to Kakariko, or is he going to go check Aga? Looks like he's going to Kakariko, probably doing the mushroom and the Thieves' Den first.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of runners these days skip out on the Lumberjack cave check early on. I think a lot have decided to leave it for when they actually have like boots, so they're thinking that it might actually be an Aga-required seed. Then they go take a little peek, see what's up there.
Yeah, I'm of that same mindset. It's like you don't have access to it at any means, so there's kind of no point, but at the same time, having the knowledge of what's behind there helps you out a little bit.
Yeah, knowledge can be very important in the randomizer, but yeah, I tend to agree. I usually don't check out that spot until a little later in the run, if necessary.
All right, looks like Hyo has gotten a lot further than he got before his emulator decided to die out on him. So he's making up his ground.
Yep,
Hopefully,
this is a good sign.
Well, at this point, since we know what's behind in the thing, his advantage would be to not get a bomb, at least for escape. So
Yeah.
Of course, he does not know that. So.
Ooh, the hammer.
It's hammer time. All right. Good short-range weapon that does not use magic.
Just a piece of heart in the back part of Blind's hut there. We also picked up the next shield, so that's kind of interesting. I find that if you're given shields early on like this, then I always immediately jump to Laser Bridge needing to be taken care of at some point. We don't even know if Turtle Rock is pendant or crystal at this point.
True, but at the same time, we're also given the blue cane, which also is one of the requirements for Laser Bridge, since it has multiple requirements. And there's a lamp, so no more dark rooms.
Ooh, and Hyo trying to make up some time here. Takes a death, unfortunately, in the escape sequence. Meanwhile, Chauncey finds us the Moon Pearl as well as Half Magic hanging out in Kakariko Well. So pretty nice so far. Yeah, Kakariko's been paying off.
Yep, and a very expensive arrow there. Not the most expensive in the world, but pretty expensive.
Yeah, I guess the one worst would be if you got the single arrow from Zora, which is the worst feeling.
Alright, so we are just a lift upgrade away from Dark World access. One We also still could be an Aga seed.
Yeah.
We would need to find a sword and then either a second sword or the magic cape. So both options are still live.
Yeah, and if I saw the cape come up now, I'd start to get a little bit nervous. Just some love from the sick kid there.
Kakariko is full of love today. Nice friendly town.
And I like the gutsy kind of skip here from Hyo choosing to just forego the bomb drop and the back part of escape there. If he needs to go back to it later, he will. But for now, he knows he's behind, so is choosing to skip it at this time.
Yeah, that could definitely play out. The only thing that was back there was the blue cane. So.
Yeah, so I mean, if Spike Cave is required at some point, then he might be a little bit stuck. But you know, only a couple locations where you need something like the Cane of Brian. So,
all right, looks like Hyo is going to go for the knowledge of is Aga required. Oh, no, the hoarder crab has bombs.
wow, nice.
Rip. And that was a quiver upgrade, so Agadim is almost dead. Oh, and we had 2 pendants and a regular crystal. So we had a regular crystal at Tower of Hera, and the regular pendants at both Eastern and Desert.
Kind of an unfortunate Light World selection of dungeons there.
Yeah, almost vanilla.
Yeah.
Ooh, mirror. Gotta wipe some of that. Gotta wipe that condensation off that mirror there.
Yeah. I like that we're getting a lot of items here. However, like they're not really kind of working well together for progression reasons.
Nope. And we did. It was a golden bee. Oh no! I don't think Chauncey meant to leave the room.
Alright, getting some Cane of Brian strats on these Moldorms. Nicely done.
Yeah, I just saw something from chat. The moment you get gloves, go straight to Hera and Death Mountain. That would access the entirety of Death Mountain with that, having the mirror and the hammer.
Yeah, I can see that being a very good play at this point. Picking up our first sword in Mini Moldorm Cave there.
Not bad. Ooh! Those crabs, man. Those guys hurt.
You know, they're not the enemy that you would think would deal 2 hearts of damage that early in the game, but pretty mean by the developers on that front. So it looks like Chauncey's going to give us the Eastern play next.
All right.
That's Sahasrah's Hut, and then a dip into a Pendant Eastern Palace, perhaps, if we don't find anything else that we're looking for.
Not bad. So we're missing out on Ice Rod Cave so far. We still do have Agina's Cave, which is open. And we do not have Zora access yet, because we need a lift upgrade or the flippers. However, we can fake flipper, if needed.
I wonder if we're going to find a second sword soon.
Second sword or the cape, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling it at this point. With the way that the items are laying out right now, I'm thinking we might see some Aga.
And Hyo finishing up their Kakariko World Tour. Been a long time since I've heard Eastern Palace with its normal music.
Yeah. It always feels like it's the Crystal Dungeon. You can count on always being there.
Well,
but not today. We got
hi, Zora.
in here, though.
Oh boy. Now that puts Zora in logic, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, hobo, waterfall, cave, the Zora ledge.
With the pendant layout the way we know it, we know the flippers are required because either Ice Palace or Swamp Palace must be a crystal. Samaria is obviously required, but we got that from Uncle, so that's pretty much almost the only information that we can divulge from that. So we knew we were going to find the flippers at some point. Oh, Fire Rod's going to be required.
Yep. So Hyo gonna make the quick run down to South Shore, it looks like here.
See if they go for Ice Rod Cave.
That would be interesting if he did choose to go that way, and if there was something there that that Chauncy's missed out on. So I think based on what we've seen so far, this item that Chauncy's going to be going for here, it's like a 50-50 whether or not it will be the last item. It could still be on Armos Nights, I think.
It's true. Ooh, Eastern comes up dry.
Okay, so I mean, if Hyo decides to head in there, grabs those flippers, and then just pieces out immediately after that, it'll be a nice little time save for him.
Mm-hmm. Mini Moldworm be trolling. There we go. Alright, big 20 on Hylia Island. Chauncy's not checking Hobo.
Oh, he's
okay. He's doing it. I forgot you can go that way from there. Nice little time save, actually, now I'm thinking about it. And Hyo taking a death, unfortunately. Those crabs are just way too strong.
Just a little bit of love in the Ice Rod Cave there, so if Hyo skips that check, then we're in good shape.
Yep. So it looks like we have Zora's Domain area, the Hobo under the bridge, and Agina remaining.
Yeah, one of those locations we're going to have to find something to get us going in the right direction.
Okay, Chauncy has not checked Hobo yet, so let's keep that in mind. Uh-oh. There's the cape!
That cape, oh my god.
Opens Agonum! But we still have 4 locations remaining. We're getting 2 of them right now. full heart container. That's a potential pickup, having only 6 hearts right now.
So it'll be interesting to see if Chauncey checks any other locations before making the Aga play. You want to try and avoid that time loss. If you don't have to go to Aga, you don't want to.
Oh, a little bit of love from Zora. Chauncey opting to not get that heart container. All right, so we have the Hobo, we have the Agina, and we have Aghanim.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. And just a quick thanks to Probable Cause 503. Thank you for the sub. Or the 250 bits there. That's excellent.
Yep. 3 bits. Looks like Chauncey's just going for it. Skipping 2 locations for Aghanim. So this is a gamble in its own right.
It is, yeah. We're leaving any locations on the table that could potentially have an item to get you into the Dark World. This is a gamble for sure.
I mean, it's a decent play by no stretch of the imagination. Having only 2 locations left and it has to be a glove effectively at this point.
Yeah.
The odds are not there, but it's still possible.
If you're rooting for Hyo, then you wanna see him maybe check those 2 locations before going for the Aga play, in the hopes that he finds something to skip Aga entirely.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't believe there's any sequence breaks we can do at this point either, is there? Yeah, it's the only thing that would be left is Death Mountain, and the only way to get there right now is through major glitches, because we don't have a lift upgrade.
Yeah.
And we can't do that here, so... we have a few questions from chat. What's that, Lumberjack? Lumberjack contains just a quiver upgrade, unfortunately. This is an Aga Seed for Dark World. From the looks of things.
Yeah, all signs are pointing to yes at this point. But a couple locations that we haven't seen. With those flippers, we might see Hyo check out Hobo a little sooner. So that will be interesting to see if that one location, at least, if that has anything.
Chat bringing up a good point. If Hyo doesn't find the lift upgrade soon, he's gonna go back into the escape sequence.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't leave 2 easy items like that open.
No.
Moment of truth. Oh, that's actually pretty huge. It's bigger than you'd think, because it's a definite good sword advantage. Unsure if Chauncey will go get that.
Yeah, he might leave the Hobo for quite a while there. Quick shout out to Big Bach for the 500 bits. Thank you so much for that.
Much appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, a couple other questions I saw in chat for Aghanim. Yes, Aghanim does require a sword. However, for Aghanim's tower to be in logic, you need a sword, a lamp, and then either an additional sword or the magic cape to get through the barrier. If you were playing swordless logic, you would need the hammer, and then you would preferably want the bug nut. Yes, Kiro. The first sword was in Actually, no, it was not in Kakariko. It was at the Mini Moldworm Cave.
Ooh, and the boots hanging out on the pyramid ledge.
Hmm. That's a nice location for him.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Alright, so we just need to see the Dark World check, and we're looking for 3 things on that one. We're looking for the 2, 5, 6 crystals and the... no. Chauncey's getting his Master Sword. Very nice situational awareness of exactly where he was.
He'll be glad to see that this isn't gloves.
That is true. Hyo saving and quitting before Zora. I believe they did not have the money for it yet. Nope, 40 rupees shy.
So that's good, because I believe it was just a piece of heart that he had?
Yeah, a little bit of love.
So Chauncey looks like they're heading down towards Hype Cave.
Thieves Town, Swamp Palace, Pod is green. Alright.
Okay. Ooh, so that means that both of the bow-required dungeons are pendants, so the bow could be almost anywhere.
Oh boy. Bow could theoretically be in Ganon's tower.
Ugh.
Oh man. Got a mushroom. That's one of my favorite items. Oh, and this opens up one of my favorite glitches.
Oh.
I kind of hope Chauncey goes for it, but having half magic, that's with a full magic meter. Oh boy.
That'll be a lot of spamming of the Canis Samaria if he decides to go for the fake powder glitch.
I would just run Burna.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, he has the cape. I'd run the cape. Cape drains just a hair faster. Looks like Hyo's just going straight for Aghanim. Good play.
Yeah, this is really going to work out for him. These gambles, you might think that after having an emulator crash that you might be a little bit tilted, but what he's showing here is that he's taking some little calculated risks here, and they're paying off.
Yeah, I thought he was going in to do the back of this game, and he just totally said nope. So, good gamble.
Yeah. So, Chauncey heading over to the digging game here.
Let's go for 17 digs. I want 17.
17.
Or one. Want to work? Thanks, game.
Oh, yes. Saving and quitting in the Dark World after defeating Aghanim, you forget that it'll just put you back on the top of the pyramid.
After defeating Aghanim with having the mirror.
Yes, right.
Alright, so with this, I always like to do the little game of what's on the pedestal. We could have the hook shots. We could have a lip. Oh god, we could have a glove. We could have the fire rod. We could have the ice rod. Could have Bombos or Quake. And any other fetch quest, which also include, and the book. Because book could be... Oh, Chauncey never checked this.
Ah, yeah.
Blind check! Enjoy your quiver.
So yeah, definitely a lot of items that could still be on the pedestal at this point. Given the pendant layout, those are easy dungeons to access. So yeah, lots of potential there. I'm thinking that Chauncey here is going to head up to Death Mountain once he activates his flute. At least I hope he does.
Correct. And I was actually just corrected on by chat. Thank you. I forgot desert was a pendant, so book cannot be on pedestal, unfortunately. So no paradox today.
Thank you for standing for the Hylia National Anthem there.
He's doing it! He's doing it! Yes!
Right. This is good.
He's doing it! This makes me happy. I love seeing this glitch. So to explain what's going on, we are going to be encountering what is known as the fake powder glitch. When you have the Cane of Samaria and the mushroom, and you have no magic, you can go to the magic bat. You can use the mushroom. You can use the Cane of Samaria, and you have like a couple frame window to then, after you use it, you'll hear the little You switch to the mushroom and just keep spamming Y, and it'll throw out magic powder. All that for $20, but I still love the glitch.
Well done, Chauncey. Well done. Thank you for providing that entertainment for us.
And yes, I just saw this in chat. It does work anywhere. So yes, if he wanted to try to get an anti-fairy, he could. I wouldn't advise it, but you could.
Oh, vanilla powder.
Vanilla powder?
So, meanwhile, Hyo entering the Dark World here has the boots, went down to Hype Cave, and let's see where he decides to go next. Looks like he might give us a catfish check, which, you know, makes sense. You're thinking you're behind, you're going to go for like a little out-of-the-way location in the hopes that your opponent didn't also check this spot.
Not bad. I agree with the play.
And Chauncey is heading up Death Mountain here, rescuing the old man right this time here.
Oh, we forgot one key piece of information there. He needs a glove.
Yeah, that is not going to work out. Well, just turn it into a mushroom drop.
That works too, I guess. Chauncey setting up spin speed. Think he got it. There it is. Oh yeah, I always forget. West Death Mountain's always littered with those Tektites after you defeat Aghanim. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, they kind of get in the way. So Chauncey's gonna likely dip Tower of Harry here, or actually probably full clear it, seeing as it is a crystal.
Yep. Fire source in hand. Yep, can fully clear it.
Meanwhile, we've got Hyo checking out Palace of Darkness here. This is an interesting play, but there are, you know, items to be had here as long as the dungeon isn't bow-locked. So hopefully, for his sake, he can get through into the main part of the dungeon.
And actually, this brings up another glitch, possibly. Does Hyo have a potion?
I don't think so. I think that bottle either still has the bee, or if he released the bee, it doesn't have anything in it. That is too bad, because he could use the potion glitch there to get into that Boloch side if, in fact, we need to get over there. Picking up a small key means that Hyo will be able to continue into the main part of the dungeon here. Let's see how far he can get. Hopefully, for his sake, he can find something progression-related.
Oh!
Nice.
Tempered.
In a pendant pod, it's possible that Chauncey doesn't have to set foot in Palace of Darkness, so might not get that upgrade. We'll have to wait and see on that. So Chauncey makes quick work of Moldorm there and picks up his first crystal. Hyo looks like was trying to use the potion glitch, but could not with the bee. Unfortunately, it does not work. So is choosing to leave Palace of Darkness this time. I think, did he not get any additional keys to go any further in?
I didn't see any more keys, so...
Okay, that makes sense.
It's so that means it is a full Boloch, 1 down, 1 enter, 2. Yeah, that would be actually so in essence, pod is Bolocked. You just get a little bit further.
Alright, so Chauncey's heading over to Paradox Cave here. We'll be giving us a look at 7 more items. Hopefully we'll find some progression here, kind of get him going in a certain direction.
Oh, actually, yeah, and I just saw this discussion, so we can nix what I said about the book being on pedestal, because now if we find the Titans myths, book can now be on pedestal because we have the alternate access to desert. But this logic is weird.
Yeah,
but we love it. Ice Rod and Red Mail so far, not bad.
We've got Hyo making another interesting gamble here. Looks like they're going to be heading into Swamp Palace without the hookshot in hand, so won't be able to clear the dungeon, but we'll be able to take a look at least through a couple of chests and might find something of use.
So, from Uncle's text earlier, does that make Chauncey a coward? Because I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that, Uncle, just saying. So I think the red mail is fashionable, man. I mean, look at that purple hat.
Yeah.
Question in chat, where was the flute? The flute was in the digging game, doing 1 dig.
So now we've got Chauncey heading over to Palace of Darkness here. Going to get locked out the same way that Hyo did, unless he did pick up a potion from the potion shop. He might be able to pull off the...
Hyo does have, Chauncey does have a potion. I did see that in his menu.
That could be pretty interesting if, in fact, there is something over on that right side or further into pod.
So the sword advantage Hyo had has now been diminished, but it was a good advantage while he had it, so we'll give him that.
And that's interesting that that's happened twice so far to Hyo, picking up the sword upgrade about 2 or 3 minutes before Chauncey then goes into the exact same place. So far, not much in Swamp, but we'll have to check out the left side here to see if there's anything of value.
Okay, the bottom chest had 10 arrows, so yeah, that is a complete lockout. And Chauncey is not going to go for the potion glitch.
So now we might finally get a check of Agina's cave here. Neither runner's been here yet. It was the one location that was still left.
Who's secretly hoping for gloves?
Oh god. If it is gloves, boy, is Chauncey going to feel like he's behind.
We are going to see so many rage slashes. Oh, blue goo. Oh, green goo. Okay. Okay, I guess we have to concede this is completely an Agaseed now.
Yeah, so this is getting kind of interesting because Hyo's checked out a couple of locations that Chauncey has not, but we're starting to get kind of like locked out here as to what is available to our runners. There's almost a chance that something is over here on the left side of Swamp.
Yeah. You know, I honestly think... Oh my!
Wow!
That's huge. We got a bow. So, I'm trying to think where the heck the gloves could be. That answers my question. I think a glove is going to be in pod. I honestly think a glove is in pod.
It looks like Chauncey realizes that Swamp might be his only play as well, so is likely right behind Hyo's tail here. But, I'll have to see what's in pod. It's going to probably be a glove, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm. And vanilla big key, because why not? Of course, now the good question. Run pod and then run and do Armos? Because I think there's an item on Armos, if I'm not mistaken.
There might still be one kicking around in Eastern Palace there, yeah, so...
It's also with the knowledge that... Oh, Silvers. Nice. Well, hey, that's your bow package right there. Okay, I was just corrected in chat. There are no items left in Easter. So.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, but now the question is would you still complete Easter? I mean, there's a lot of pedestal hype. I mean, and you're right there. Plus, you warp over to the light world and you can turn in the green pendant. And then you're done. You never have to go back to that part of the world. So
that's true. That is a good point.
That's one of those big risks. High risk, high reward.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Hyo, maybe you do, because you're thinking you're behind. And you're thinking if it's a pedestal seed, I might as well try and clear out these pendant dungeons, but I don't know.
I think Hyo's going to the back of Escape finally. Or no, actually, no, wait. He's going to Dark World for pod. Never mind. I keep forgetting they killed Aghanim, so
So this will be pretty interesting to see how much stuff we've got kicking around in pod here. I mean, we're thinking that glove is the most likely piece of the puzzle that we'll find here, but I mean, what else? There could be a couple items here that might send our runners in different directions.
Hook shot for the northern Dark World, and then we can finally get to western Dark World, Thievestown area. Glove. Yeah, it's pretty much like the only two items that it can be. Mm-hmm. Really. A book for the lulz, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. With something like kicking around on like the Bombos tablet.
Or the Ether tab. Actually, yeah, both tablets are open, so... Yeah.
So even though Hyo doesn't have Tower of Hera cleared off yet, by dipping into Swamp a little sooner than Chauncy, this has kind of helped him come back a little bit in this match, which is kind of nice to see.
Mm-hmm, correct. And if he doesn't go into Hera at all, like if he does straight Eastern Dark World, oh no.
Oh no, it's happening again. Uh-oh.
No! Hyo, save and quit. Save and quit. Save and quit. What are the few times a save and quit out of a dungeon is actually beneficial? Oh, let's hope he got that off. Let's hope he saved and quit.
I feel like it would just be the run back over to pod, so it wouldn't be a huge time loss. But these emulator issues are really causing him a headache here. This is unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. We will keep you guys up to date as soon as we get any information. Chauncy picking up his silvers, likely going to be doing the same play going to pod.
So once Chauncy takes care of that Bowlock side, we'll start to see some new items appear. Hopefully some progression that will kind of lead us towards our next location, but that's just a minute or two from now. All right, Chauncy making quick work of the mimics here. Okay, so Chauncy is likely heading right into the back part of the escape. He's going to bonk back and take care of the one chest. Oh no, he's got it. I see what he's doing, right? Reset the blocks there. Might check out the vanilla big key chest there first. At this point, I'm thinking it's probably just another key. It'll be a key for a key situation.
Very likely.
Alrighty, so the back part of Pod has got to have something for us here. Unless the one thing that we find is on Helmasaur.
Yep. We do have 2 keys remaining in the dungeon here, so we'll see where they could be at. There's the big key. Okay, so if Chauncy finds a single key in this room, he knows that the Harmless Hellway has to have the other key. Otherwise, it will have an item. So let's see. There's the glove.
Yep, there it is.
So we know that the Harmless Hellway is key for a key. Hopefully Chauncy realizes that. Looks like he does. Just so we can keep chat up to par of what's going on if they just joined us. Unfortunately, Hyo is having some technical difficulties. We are trying to see what's going on. As soon as we get any information, we will pass that along.
So, just a bomb upgrade there in the big chest. So, Helmasaur probably has another item. So that might be the only other thing that we could find here. The glove was pretty big, though. That'll open up a couple more locations. It looks like Helmasaur is holding onto the map, so there's going to actually be nothing left here. Green pendant possibility.
I was going to say, it is a green pendant. So, and you're, like I said, you're already over here, and the potential for a pedestal seed is still pretty big. So, because that glove finally opens up the Thieves Town area, Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, so we're bound to find something over that way.
Some form of progression. So we are still looking for the hookshot, the fire rod, potentially Bombos and Quake. And that looks to be about it, actually.
Yeah, we're kind of getting everything, you know, piecemeal, like one at a time kind of thing. But we're slowly kind of making progress towards having everything that we need.
I can never do these turtle rooms as good as these guys can.
couple tempered slashes, and Helmosaur will be down.
And green pendant obtained. So now the question is, does Chauncey just do Eastern? Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
He is not.
You know, I think it's a pretty good play. It will be just one item, and I guess if there's a potential for pedestal, then there's that. But it's a bit of a time sink, and when you've just picked up the glove, you got to think that whatever's over in Village of Outcasts is probably worth it.
Well, there's the 4th bottle.
Nice. This will be giving us a look at a whole lot of new item locations. And it's likely that Chauncey's going to take a dive into Thieves Town, seeing as it is one of our 5-6 crystals. You usually try and knock those ones off as soon as you can, because that'll unlock the Pyramid Fairy.
Hey, look at that. Hyo's back.
Bow and Silver's in hand, so that means it's saved after his Swamp Palace dive.
All right, let's see how much of a pot it saved then. You know, props to Hyo for continuing on.
Yeah.
We will probably see some outrageous gambles.
Yeah.
Chauncey taking care of Skullwoods first. Don't blame him.
Oh. Hook shot in there.
Well, that is kind of needed, so... we had a question from chat. What was the green pendant turned in? The green pendant turned in was a bottle of blue Kool-Aid.
So it looks like it didn't save any of Hyo's pod progress.
Okay, so he was unable to get that going. That's quite alright, though. He's going to be back to where he was momentarily.
Alrighty, Chauncey entering the Village of Outcasts here, checking out the C-shaped house. Just a big 20 hanging out there. So far, Village of Outcast is the Village of Big 20s. That is the second we've seen in a row.
Well, I mean, it is a village full of thieves, so it makes sense for them to have money.
So Hyo has picked up his Power Glove. First chest in Thieves' Town, we find the Quake Medallion, so that gives us 2 medallions. The more of those you have, the better when it comes to the what you're going to need on Misery Mire or Turtle Rock. Don't have to take any unnecessary gambles over to those locations if you have all the medallions in hand. You'll be able to get in, no problem. Ooh, so the first gamble we're seeing from Hyo here, not going to kill Helmasaur. We know that the green pendant only has the 4th bottle there, so good play, I guess, at this point. Unless we need to finish everything up for a pedestal seed, but you know, I appreciate the gamble here.
And with that glove, he's going to finally get his back of escape check. I mean, I don't blame him at this point. And at least this is a lot faster than it would have been having to do it the normal way.
So the one thing that Hyo has been missing out on that Chauncey picked up a little earlier was the flute. Likely Hyo will be able to grab that once he roots in Skullwoods, Thieves' Town. He'll get down to the digging game after that, so he's going to pick that up as well. Ah, okay. He's going to be going up Death Mountain because he did not have the flute earlier, so this will be his first chance to get up here. So this will give him Tower of Para as his first crystal completed, and Red Mail was over on East Death, but there wasn't too much else to speak of over there.
Hookshot, I believe.
Hookshot was in Skullwoods.
Oh, that was in Skull, that's right. No, there was something else over there. What was it? It was minor.
I saw a bottle, maybe. Oh, Ice Rod. We saw the Ice Rod over there.
Ice Rod, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm like, if there was something over there. Alright, so I guess now the name of the game is, where are those Titans?
Yeah. I'm going to say further into Swamp Palace now that we've got the hook shot.
That's true. That's possible. You know, the sadist part of me wants the Titans to be in desert.
Ooh.
Let's put the book at Argus.
Oh. Blind fight looking pretty good here for Chauncey.
Textbook.
Perfect. Yep. So Chauncey looks like giving us a bumper ledge check, and then might move on over to King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge.
That's a good play, I think. Just a heart container. I believe we've seen. Yeah, Chauncey has already gotten Bonk Rocks at least, so he is going to get the Graveyard Ledge and the King's Tomb. So.
No, just a big 20 hanging out in the Graveyard Ledge today. And Hyo takes care of Moldorm, no problem there. And just 5 rupees in the King's Tomb there. It looks like now Chauncey is going to head over and take care of Catfish as well. This is the check that Hyo tried to do earlier, but we were missing out on the gloves, so couldn't lift that big rock up. Alrighty, so what has he got for us today? Just 3 bombs.
Explosion fish.
I think Chauncey is thinking, yep, it's back to Swamp.
And that is the other 5/6. So. Not that there's much else he could do, but this is the most obvious play. We still have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 items? 4 items in Swamp, and then we get the Pyramid Fairy for 2 more.
Yep, yep. It's good value, and I think, yeah, he's probably running out of locations, so yeah, makes sense to do this now. Alright, so Hyo is likely heading over to the Village of Outcast Skullwoods area next. So hopefully he does venture into Skullwoods and picks up the hookshot there. That's going to be an important item for him. And Chauncey and both our runners already having been through Swamp Palace here. Chauncey's going right to the back, right for the Argus fight. A couple of chests back here that he'll check. Looking for maybe the Titan's Mitts or some other form of progression. Fire Rod could be back here, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Fire Rod, book, or glove is our next progression item.
And thank you to Scruffy Gingy for the 300 bits there. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so Titan's Mitts hanging out in the back of Swamp Palace. Never fun to have to double dip swamp, but that was the case today.
So, about that fire rod. And or bombos.
Yeah.
Which one do you not want to see first? Bombos Ice Palace, anyone? Oh no, Chauncey forgot the key!
That's a tough swim upstream there. So Hyo did pick up the hook shot, thankfully, and just didn't even bother to go further back into Skullwood, so that'll be a nice little time save, because we just saw the compass, I think, back there.
Yeah, that with not having the fire rod.
Yeah. Ooh, nice shot with the silver arrow there for Chauncey on Argus. So now with the Titan's Mitts in hand, there are a number of directions that Chauncey can go with that. Up to Death Mountain to do hook shot, take a look at what is required to get into Turtle Rock. Could go to the Mire Shed. There are options for him now.
Yeah, I think one of the logical ones, I think we're probably going to be seeing the Mire area first.
Yeah.
Of course, after Pyramid.
Yes. So for anybody just joining us, unfortunately, Hyo is behind by a little bit because of emulator issues. Had a couple of crashes, and so that set him back about 10 minutes, I guess, total time at this point. He's got some work to do, but if he makes some gambles, then he might find himself catching up a little bit.
Riot Shield!
Oh boy.
With all the invincibility, though, Laser Bridge was already on the table, so...
Yeah.
Alright. So, let's see, does he flute the 6? He flutes the 6. I did not catch that.
Neither did I. That was a very quick check. Well, nothing in the shed there. So Hyo finally has the cash to pay off Zora, so is doing this check now, which makes sense. He's behind. He's thinking he's got to try these kind of one-off spots.
Well, being that he's coming back, okay, doing Desert. Chances it looked like Quake, but again, we have no confirmation. That was very fast. But this play from Chauncey makes perfect sense. Fast 2 items, in and out.
Yeah. The only thing that could be a stumbling block is if one of those 2 items is hanging around on Lamb Molus, and you probably don't want to go all the way to the boss just for that one item.
Nah, not really.
right, so we got both keys now. So 50 rupees is the first item. We'll see what's in the big chest here at the very least.
Okay, we had somebody in chat actually just say he did not get a good enough check for us. Oh, Lanmo has the item. Considering he's not fluting away, he has access, so it's either Ether or Quake. Probably Ether. Nope, it's Quake.
All right.
So clear out, buyer. Do potentially complete desert, maybe.
Might, yeah. I mean, if you don't find anything here in the mire, then I suppose you might go for it.
Yeah, just so you don't have to come back, even though it's relatively easy with the flute, but...
Well, that's one of the items here in Misery Mire, so a bomb upgrade is not what we're looking for. Ooh.
Too bad we're not go-moding the dungeon.
That's exactly what I thought. I suppose if it turns out that there is nothing here, and Hyo decides to go mode it with that kind of generous key layout, he'd save some time, which would be nice for him.
Oh, there's number 2.
All right.
So, Mire a bust.
So this upcoming Vitreous fight should be no problem, seeing as Chauncey has silver arrows. That is the easiest way to take care of all those little eyes, and then the big eye itself.
Yep. He almost has the maximum amount of arrows, too. He's 10 away. Seed is very generous with its quiver camp today.
Mm-hmm. Now, Chauncey does have some blue goo, so in case he feels like he's a little bit low on health, he might choose to use it. Oh, nice. Out of that anti-fairy there. Good call. So Hyo is almost through Thieves' Town, likely to head down to Digging Game, and the way that their routing has worked out, they might end up just going right to Swamp again after this, which would, you know, be good for them.
Yeah, pulling out the mirror immediately, that's telling me he's going to do the desert check.
Mm. So Chauncey is heading to the back of desert here. The one item on land, Molus Plus, might be thinking at this point about possibilities of a pedestal. He would only have to do Eastern Palace after this if that was the case. So he's kind of setting up a kind of a contingency plan in case he needs to pull the pedestal at some point.
Mm-hmm. We could. Well, he's also avoiding the potential of needing to double dip Turtle Rock.
Mm.
No one wants to double dip Turtle Rock.
No.
I mean, we do still have Dark Death Mountain, so we still have 6 chests on Dark Death Mountain. We have a 7th one with Spike Cave, and then we have 5 items in Turtle Rock, but 2 chests are locked out right now. Very clean 0 cycle.
So just a big 20 for the second item there.
Oh boy, let's see what he chooses to do. If he flutes to 5, we're going to see a pedestal pull. If he flutes to 1, we're doing Dark DM. He's fluting to 3. I have no idea where he's going. Oh, Skullwoods. No, he can't do Skullwoods. Where's he going?
Oh, he's probably doing Blacksmith.
Oh, right. That's right. He did get the Mets. That's right. South Loop version 2.
So after grabbing that flute, Hyo decided to just run back quickly and activate it. Now going to head back down to Stumpy, K45, and then hopefully into Swamp Palace right after that.
We are in Schrodinger's Go mode.
Wow.
We found the fire rod. Do you instantly go check Turtle Rock?
Yes, I think I would.
Actually, no, he's gonna do... Actually, no, I would do Skull. Nah. Do Skull, because you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very iffy situation here.
I feel like the trip up the mountain would be worth it. But maybe that's not the right play. Because I'd really like to, at this point, I guess I'd really like to go mode ice, but the time that you spend going up Death Mountain there might not be enough to warrant the trip.
Yeah, I would actually take the gamble. I would gamble go moding ice.
Yeah.
Because you have, I mean, it's a 66% chance that you're fine. Of course, that 33 could also bite you very heavily. So,
and I mean, if it is the Bombos Medallion, you've got Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny up there, where I mean, that's 6 locations where the Bombos Medallion could be kicking around.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what could potentially happen here for Hyo is if he picks up the Titan's Mitts and then immediately does hammer pegs, he'd be in the same situation item-wise. He might gain some ground that way and be able to go mode Meyer as well, or at least risk the go mode.
Yeah, that would tie him up actually. So.
So Mafia goes down, no problem there. So Chauncey heading back into the back part here just to check this one chest to see if it could be perhaps that Bombos medallion.
I don't blame him. It's a fast check. Nope. He's going for it.
Yeah, he wants to see what it takes to get into Turtle Rock.
Can't say I blame him. Almost got dead rocked.
So Hyo is not even bothering with Pyramid Fairy at this point, which we know didn't really have anything of value. So heading straight to the Mire area. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to go mode this dungeon and take the chance. All right, Turtle Rock, what do you require? It's either.
Let's go mode. So the only item our runners would potentially want to maybe find would be the gold sword, and that would be about it. So we're not going to see many item checks at this point.
Oh, there's the book.
Link is literate, yay.
Alrighty, so Hyo is heading straight into Misery Mire here. Hasn't bothered to dip Desert Palace at all. We didn't see anything in there, so hopefully he does not check that out.
Yeah. You know, considering everything, he's making up considerable time, which is very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, considering the setbacks, he's done nice work to kind of keep himself as close as he possibly can, I guess, at this point.
Comment from chat that I see. Soul Blazer, the reason why he did check Death Mountain first is because if he needed the Bombos medallion to get into Turtle Rock, he would then have to full clear Turtle Rock. He couldn't do Turtle Rock. And if the medallion was not on Death Mountain, he would then know it would probably be an Ice Palace. So instead of full clearing Ice, he can now go mode Ice. But it's a risk-reward situation where either way really has its own merits.
So Chauncey is just looking for one more key here to try and avoid the possibility of doing Laser Bridge, but we'll have to wait and see if he grabs that or not.
It's always in that chest.
Nice.
Always in that chest.
So Hyo, perhaps miscounting the items available to him in Misery Mire here. He's already seen both of them, but he thinks maybe there's a third, is what I'm imagining. He's heading back towards the torch lighting room. So with no need for the laser bridge, Chauncey's heading right over to the try next fight.
Tempered Sword, this is going to be one of the easier try next fights.
Ooh, that was nice.
Very nice quick kill. And that is crystal number 6. Gonna have to immediately go down to Ice Palace and go mode that and be done with it.
So Hyo making their way over to the Vitreous fight. Shouldn't be too far out from that. And with silver arrows in hand will be an easy fight, much like it was for Chauncey. So Go Mode Ice Palace is always kind of the dream for a lot of runners. You save so much time by not looking at any chest in this dungeon, and with the bomb jump that we'll be seeing from Chauncey in just a few seconds, really shaves a lot of time off of this dungeon.
That is correct. Although even in Go Mode Ice, I suspect maybe one chest check. The double freeze ore room. Ooh, got the positioning room, the last frame. Nice.
So we've got Hyo doing a quick dip into Desert Palace here. Hopefully he doesn't go all the way to the Land Mollusk fight, but you know, don't blame him. You're right here. It's two items that you're hoping to grab. One of them could be that fire rod that you're looking for still.
Not checking the double freeze ore. And like I said, the only thing he needs is a butter sword. So, and doesn't even need it. It'd just be a nice to have.
Alrighty, so picking up the one item out of Desert, Hyo's like, I've had enough of this, and is leaving Desert Palace for now.
I think Hyo was getting ready to go into ice and then realized, wait, I can't do that. And Cold Stare goes down. So as many of you faithful followers know, we have a nice little game we love to play. It's the Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game. There are 22 chests in which Ganon's Tower Big Key can be. If you are a sub or have gifted 250 bits or more to any of the speed gaming channels, you are eligible for a spot on our leaderboard. What chest do you think it's going to be, Sabo?
I've been guessing chest 10 the entire tournament, so I'm going to stick to that, I think. What do you think, Duke? 10?
I usually say 13.
Ooh, yeah. Good choice. That is my that's my lucky number, usually.
Of course, with as trolly as this sea has been, you know we're going to think 22. But I'm still going to say 13.
So it's a bit of a longer hike than usual. A lot of the times our runners choose to make the last crystal Turtle Rock, so a lot of time to get guesses in. I find that sometimes the little speech that we give about describing the game is already over by the time we get to Ganon's Tower. So yeah, a little more time to get guesses in. not checking any of the chests along the way here in Super Bunny, which makes sense.
Yeah. You know, it's really bad. How about when you have Tower of Hera as your 7th crystal?
Oh yeah.
I think we've made a rule for that. Like if they're engaging Moldworm, I think is the new rule for that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
That would make sense because otherwise, there's no way you're getting in all of that.
It's like okay, start, stop. It's like, and with that, the trek into the tower has begun. Well, going left.
Looks like Hyo is heading up to Turtle Rock, possibly checking out the Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny here.
Oh, we got the swag net, Rip Bob.
Yeah, sorry, Bob.
All right, 4 through 7. Piece of heart, small key. Big key in number 6.
All right.
With enough keys, he's gonna go ahead and go up.
Oh, that was a relatively pain-free Ganon basement there.
And Dylan Hinckley, congratulations. Dead on with a sick guess of 6. You win our love and affection, and a point on the leaderboard.
Hi, I'm checking out Spike Cave here. This is a location that we have not seen in this run. Can't really hold anything of importance, but you know, we'll see what it is anyways. Just $50. All right, Chauncey entering the gauntlet here.
Red nail, but a little low on health, so just want to be maybe just a little careful. There you go. Swing a blue potion.
Yeah, at this point in the run, you know that it's a 3-in-1 match, so your opponent is probably pretty good. You're thinking that at 144, you've got to hustle, so any death in the gauntlet would be pretty detrimental to your run.
True.
Best to swig that blue potion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my roommate who also watches the randomizer, he's kind of noticed a small trend, which it's kind of eerie when you think about it. Both seeds are about an hour and a half or 2.5. So
yeah.
You're at 145 and you're in GT, you're like, oh no, this is an hour and a half seed and I'm 15 minutes over that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen a lot of variants on seeds, which is weird. So, and that is Hyo's go mode.
So we just need about 20 or 30 Ganon falls from Chauncey for this to make up that difference, unfortunately. We've seen some great execution from both of our runners, though. It's just unfortunate that Hyo had some emulator issues that put him behind.
Yeah.
Alrighty, just a couple rooms away from Moldorm here.
Not picking up the magic restore. Hmm.
That is kind of interesting. I guess, you know, not a whole lot of need for too much magic, given that we're red mail. Got the hookshot going into the Ganon fight, obviously, so could use that instead of... Oh, wow!
Hi, Sankart! You don't see that every day.
No, that's pretty clutch.
Alright, let's see how well Chauncey knows his math.
So we got one there.
Swing and a miss.
That was a pretty unfortunate pattern there.
There we go, got a double to make up for it. And a triple! Alright.
Nice. Alrighty, so here we are taking on the Big Pig.
I've never seen that one. A la Zelda 1 reference. Love it. I hope Chauncey brought a potion.
Yeah. Oof, lots of teleports here. That's annoying.
Stand still so I can hit you! Got the torch glitch. And he got
It was double-double there. Nice.
And with that, GG's in chat. And Chauncey has crossed the door. Official SRTV time, 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 8 seconds.
So we'll try and pull a chauncyjay in here for an interview in just a second. In the meantime, we'll keep watching Hyo make his way through ice. it looks like chauncyjay is here in our waiting room, so let's bring him in. chauncyjay, GG's. Maybe you didn't quite hear me there.
Oh, sorry.
chauncyjay, how you doing? Hey.
Hey, GG.
Yeah, push to talk's the thing, man.
But thank you, and yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I guess just give us some opening thoughts, I guess, on how that all went down for you.
Well, the first thought was, first half of Swamp has gotten me in the past, so I'm glad that I remembered this time rather than wandering around for too long. But that was not the way I expected the beginning of that seed to go. I did gamble on Aga at the beginning a little bit, leaving 2 locations, I think.
Yeah, you left the Hobo and Agina.
Yeah, I was expecting if there was a glove to be at Agina, which is why I checked Hobo on the way to where I was going, because it's a bit faster to check it that way, and good for me as a sword. But then I just kind of routed as normal, and then after the shenanigans between Pod and Swamp, it was a pretty linear seed, actually.
Yeah, you're right. It was fairly linear. It definitely it gave you like one piece of progression here, one piece of progression there that would just lead you to a couple more locations. So, yeah, it definitely had that feel to it.
But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun to play. I haven't played a seed like that in a long time. Usually, a lot of the seeds that I get are either very, very linear from beginning to end and very fast, or very open from the beginning, like Mitz Moon Pearl hammer pretty early, so you can kind of do anything. It's nice to have one of these every once in a while.
Yeah, because I find that those ones that open up really quickly can kind of get a little out of hand, and you think that you are making so many gambles along the way that your opponent might be doing something completely different from what you're doing. So with the seed like this one, you know that as long as you're executing well, you're going to be in good shape, kind of.
Oh yeah, and this, I mean, I just have to say that this is probably the best that I've executed in a full seed in a long time. So I'm glad that it may have come down to that. But this was like a really good performance from me, I think.
Nice, yeah, it looked pretty good from our end. So that's nice to hear that you did well by your standards. So yeah.
Yep, I will agree with that. Your execution looked very top notch.
It did help to get a lot of the safeties early, which definitely helps with confidence. Just being able to know, like getting blue mail pretty early is like, all right, well, I can take a little bit of damage here and there. And I had tempered before I got a glove, so that was really nice. And it just certainly helped with being able to get around and do whatever.
Yeah, so I guess one thing we'll kind of fill you in on, unfortunately for your opponent, Hyo had a bit of an emulator issue earlier on in the run and lost a bit of time along the way. In the escape sequence, he had an early crash, and then a little later on when he was heading into Pod, he was a little bit behind you at that point, but you guys are kind of working through the same stuff, and his emulator crashed again. So it put him a little bit behind. He had to try and make some gambles to try and make up some of the time, but yeah, a little unfortunate on his end because it was pretty close other than that.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Do you know how much progress he lost on the pod crash, approximately?
Just the right side check, actually. He was obtaining the second chest, and that's when everything started dropping down.
Okay, so that's not too bad, but that's still like at least 4 minutes.
Yeah,
that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it was kind of too bad. We figure it maybe was about a total of 7 or 8 minutes between the 2 crashes, and just kind of it affected a bit of his routing from that point on. But right. He's not too far behind you at this point, heading up to Turtle Rock now.
Okay. Did he do Turtle Rock last, I'm assuming?
Yeah, he did. He has knowledge that it is Ether.
Okay.
Yeah, he did that before he went and did Ice.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so actually that play was kind of interesting. In chat, people were a little bit split on you go-moding Ice Palace and then going up to Turtle Rock, or the play that you decided to do, which was to check Turtle Rock at first to see if you had the right medallion. You just didn't want to take any kind of risk that it might be Bombos, right? I'm thinking.
Right, yeah, and that's the same reason that I checked the last chest in Skull before heading out. I didn't want to be too... I didn't want to gamble too hard on Turtle Rock not being Bombos, because especially given my luck recently, it would have just magically changed to Bombos if I didn't do any of those things. That's how I felt. So I did get the last item in Skull, and then went up to Turtle Rock first, because there's really, the way I was executing, there was really no reason for me to gamble, because I felt like if he's executing better than me, then he's going to win anyways. So there's no reason for me to take an unnecessary risk, because I feel like I'm doing well. I didn't necessarily feel ahead, but I certainly didn't feel behind. So for that reason, I just went for a middle of the road safe play and just went up to Turtle Rock to check it. And there's a bunch of items right there too. So like even if it is Bombos, like I can just go right into Hookshot Cave, go right into Super Bunny Cave, and possibly collect it there.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking when you made that play up there, that if it was Bombos for some reason, you got 6 items that are right there that you can check. So, yeah, I mean, it worked out that it was Ether, and so you were able to, go mode both dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was both, like, those were probably the fastest dungeons that I've seen. Like, even Meyer not in go mode was really fast. Turtle Rock was really fast, skipping Laser Bridge, and being able to go mode Ice was really nice.
So looking ahead, you are 4-1 now, which is gotta feel like a nice little cushion. There's still one more win to get into the bracket stage, but at 4-1, yeah. What are your thoughts on that? How are you feeling?
I'm kind of scared, because like I said, this is actually probably the best that I've ever played in a tournament setting. So if I can keep executing like this, then I might have a chance. But there's a lot of really good people at 4-1, and even more at. I think after the next run, I think there will be even more at X&2 that could be challenging as well. So pretty much no matter how I cut it, I just have to keep on practicing and hope I can keep on executing like I did today.
Nice. So, I mean, we don't want to keep you necessarily, because your opponent has a little bit of a ways to go before they're finished. If you want to stick around, we might start just kind of following Hyo's progress here, or you're welcome to kind of bow out if you would like to.
Actually, yeah, I think I am going to bow out. But thank you guys so much for putting on the restream. It's really good for the community. I'm glad that everybody here is doing what they're doing to help that out.
Nice. Okay, well, best of luck in the future races here. So hopefully you can make it into the brackets with one more win. That would be really awesome. And thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hyo, no, go back. Well, there is... No, there can't be a possibility that that's a key in Laser Bridge. So... Oh! He lucked out!
Wow, that's a pretty clutch time save right there. That was easily 30 seconds saved on the run. I gotta say, I am impressed that Hyo is running this race right to the end here. When you're that far behind and you've had emulator issues and you've likely seen that your opponent has finished, it can be pretty demoralizing, and a lot of the times you see runners who will forfeit in this situation, but I'm really glad to see that he's sticking it out just to, get to the end and finish it off.
Yeah. I think it might be more of a thing like, it might also be okay, well, I know I lost this much time, so what would my time have been?
Mm-hmm.
Because that would definitely be on my mind.
Yeah. Alrighty, into phase 2 of Trinex here.
Oop. Okay. It's like, missed the slash on the head, but got it right when the center torso opened up.
Alrighty, and that's Hyo's 7th crystal. So we'll be making their way over to Ganon's tower in just a few seconds.
Maybe they go pure left?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Might see it. And yes, chauncyjay, we will see you next. I guess that's next time. Little cut off there. So Hyo, checking out those first 2 chests on the right side, gonna get locked out, and we'll then head over to the left side.
Hyo respects Bob. I can appreciate that.
It's nice that we'll be finding the big key to Ganon's tower in the Stelphos room here. A quick, easy Ganon's tower.
There we go.
So corralling those mimics and taking care of them with some silver arrows there. Very nice. Alrighty, we'll soon be entering the gauntlet here.
Alright. Let's see how well their gauntlet execution is today.
Making use of the sword beams there to take care of those Stelphos from long distance.
The only thing I don't like about sword beams is that they only deal 1 damage.
Yeah, they're so weak.
They're useful, but oh man.
Yeah.
See how badly desynced these land molas get. Oh, all identical.
Oh.
Spent just a little too much time in the bunny room. So for people who do not know, these land mola spawns, because they came up all together, it's actually dependent on how much time you took in that previous hallway where that bunny beam is. If you take just about as long as Hyo took every single time, all 3 of those land molas will spawn up at the same time. If you dash through the room completely, you'll get a setup just like it would be in Desert Palace. But the more frames you spend in that one room is the underground cycle advancement for the land molas continues.
Well, 3 out of 4 in the Wizrobe room isn't bad. Just missed on the 4th one there.
Not terrible.
Alrighty, let's light some torches. Picks up the magic refill that Chauncey skipped past.
Oh, was that a poke? Oh. Good recovery. That did not look like a poke.
No, oh yeah.
Final room, and then we're going to see how well Hyo does their math lesson. Single, single, double. And tag it down.
Nicely done. Alrighty, so all that's left for Hyo is the Ganon fight here. Let's see how well he does.
14 hearts, red mail, tempered sword, silvers, full magic. Should be a cakewalk.
Yep.
Grumble, 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 grumble. Seriously, you're supposed to bring me food. I love that. Props to the dev team, whoever comes up with those. Major props. All of them are funny.
I think it'd be kind of fun to have a little contest to write the future Ganon messages and incorporate them into new versions of the randomizer.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Okay, into phase 3 here. As with Chauncey, Hyo's going to get the same pattern of teleports here, so we're in for a little bit of a long haul here. Alright, that's one arrow. No torch glitch, but that's not the end of the world when you've got silver arrows.
Whoops. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, just to answer ACV's question there, the 3-1 is the record for both of these runners in this race. They are 3-1 in our Swiss bracket, Swiss tournament at this point. But as we've seen the result of the game here, Chauncey's going to move to 4-1 overall, and Hyo's going to be 3-2 after this.
All right, Ganon, fewer teleports this time, please.
That's all we ask.
You can do one per. You can do one per thing. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, with that blue potion in hand, gonna use the cape strats here just to get through this phase 2 quicker. Makes sense.
Ganon, stop. Thank you. I was about ready to yell at Ganon again. Okay. Ooh, nice teleport. Hey!
There we go. Oh.
GG Hyo. And with that, Hyo has an official SRTV time, 2 hours, 14 minutes, 43 seconds.
Get your GGs in, chat. It was a rough go of it for Hyo there with those emulator issues.
So that was a 24-minute and 35-second difference for those who want to keep track of that.
And we are joined by Hyo24. GG's, man. Kind of a rough go of it today, huh?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it was. I was pretty much on tilt after the 3-minute and 30-second mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with my computer, but it just randomly drops the FPS, and I don't know what it is. And I have to just restart my computer at some point, and then it works fine.
And we got to jump by Hyo24.
It just sucks.
GG's, man. Kind of
Then
a
it
rough
happened
go of it
again.
today, huh?
So I don't know how much time it cost me in the race, but I'm pretty sure Chauncey beat me even with those mistakes. So GG to Chauncey. That was a good run.
Yeah, based on the time split at the end there, I think he might have nipped you by just a little bit. But, you know, execution-wise, both of you guys looked, you know, pretty good. Considering even you were kind of tilted the entire way. It still looked pretty good. So, you know, you can take that away from this run at least.
I really don't know how many deaths I had. That was just pretty sad. But that was nerves and tilt the whole time, so... But,
and when when you end up behind like that, you know that you're behind, so you start making gambles, and it's the worst feeling. So yeah, we were feeling for you.
Yeah, hopefully next race it won't be that bad. But all in all, that seed was pretty fun. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it was. You know, it was fairly linear, and it had you go into a couple different places that were a little bit kind of goofy, but. It seemed like it was a fun one to run. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it's one of those where you get to experience all that the world has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, now relax and watch some more, I guess.
Yeah, right. So, unfortunately, with the loss, you dropped down to 3-2. But you know what? You're still in contention. What are your thoughts going forward, I guess?
Well, when I started this tournament, I said, if I got 2 or 3 wins, I'm going to be happy. Then I got the 3rd win, and I'm like, well, now I want 4 wins. So I'm still looking I would like to make it to brackets, but I'm actually more looking to just have fun and enjoy my last 2 races. There's a lot of good people, and I've only been playing for a few months, so I'm just surprised at how well I'm doing.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I noticed that in your little bio there, you know, 2 months or so to see you pulling off runs like this, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played. I played this game when I was a kid a long time ago, and then I saw the rando race at AGDQ, and I was like, oh man, I gotta try that out. And that pretty much got me back into it, and I'm glad. This is so much fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that might about do it for this broadcast here. I guess any final thoughts on how everything went today, Hyo?
Just wish I had I actually have a really good computer, so I don't know what that is about, but I wish I hadn't had the computer problems. And I guess congrats to Chauncey, and thanks you guys for all that y'all do today. So.
Thank you for sticking it out. Major.
I just hope when I take the time I wasn't playing off, I sub-2'd. So that's my That's my hope. So
well, if that was the case, you did. You sub-2'd.
Okay,
yeah,
well
I
that's
think
good.
You would have.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I was sitting here going crazy, like, come on, restart. So I have no idea how long that was. So, but thank you all for everything. This was fun. I hope to do it again sometime in the future.
Excellent.
Well, good luck in your next round.
Thank you so much.
And I guess that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank our tracker, Hyo24, for clicking those buttons behind the scenes. And thank everybody for watching along with us here. And I want to thank my co-commentator, Duke Firebird. Thank you so much, Duke. It's been a blast commentating with you.
It was a blast, man. Thank you, Sabo. Wanted to get to work with you. I finally got that opportunity, so I'm happy. Because you've commentated a lot of my races, and I'm like, I want to work with this guy.
All right, well, I'm glad we got the chance. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. And there is plenty of randomizer action out there today on the schedule. So, you know, keep your eyes posted to Speed Gaming's channels as well as the ALTTPR channels as well. There are many matches to watch, so I hope you check those out. I think that's going to do it for us. So for Duke, I'm Sabotender, and it's been a blast. See you next time.
Catch you guys later.